Hey everyone, Comics for Thomas here. I am doing a bit of an unboxing video. I've got two small packages in the mail this week to do an unboxing, and I've grabbed a couple of comics from my LCS and a store right across from them that I get some old comics from, and then I'm going to show you some of just my pull list pickups. So please excuse all the plants in here. This is the room that we're kind of trying to take over from the cats, and we've had to move all the plants around this room a couple times, and right now they are where I normally do these videos. So anyways, I'm going to show you some of my pull list videos over the last week or two. It hasn't been much really in, and that's okay because a couple of things that I've been reading just have ended as well. So I'm going to show you Sender number 9. Great cover. These are all great covers. And sorry for the glare, not on the books, but more on my head because there's a light right over it. I've got X-Men number 6. Great little U cover. I just read number 5 there tonight, and it was excellent. This book I actually read right away. I had went back, so the day that I got my pull list books this week, they had just got the books. They came in late. They actually came in that morning a little late, and I was there very early when my comic shop first opened. So I didn't get to see anything that wasn't in my pull list. So I just went back a few days later, and I picked up this Tartarus number 1. I don't know if I'm saying that correctly. Tartarus. It's a pretty cool cover, and I read it right away. It was pretty good. I don't know if it's something I would add right now because I have so much on the go, but I wouldn't mind continuing the story at some point. And I think that I saw that John's Comics with Kids and White Whale had read this on New Comic Book Day. I think with Catherine Figures, so I need to go back and watch that as well, just to see their opinion on it because I definitely enjoyed it. That's actually all the books I've had from my pull list over the last 2 weeks, so it's been a slow period here. So I just gotta. This is a book that I picked up from my local comic shop. I love these covers, and I seem to be seeing them a lot more now, which is kind of weird because they're from, I believe, 1969. This is a super low grade. I barely paid anything for it. It was almost free, but they must have just got it in with a small collection. Like, I mean, you'll see, but it's got tears in it. You name it. I could press it. It would still probably bring it up to about a 1.5 or 1.8, but still very cool. That's it. Nick Fury, Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. number 3. I love some of these covers for the series. I've kind of taken a look at them online and through the CLZ app and so on, and I wouldn't mind actually maybe picking them up just low grade every so often. I just watched Long Buck's Love Affair show some books that he had in his storage, and he had I believe the entire run, and they looked all to be like mid-grade or higher, so real nice. But I mean, I don't know if you can see that corner, but it's not supposed to look like that. It goes right to the staple. So like this thing is, but it was almost free. Now, the coins and collectibles shop that I mentioned a couple times now, that is across the street from my LCS, he's got walls of back issues, long boxes, and so on. And I'll go in there every so often and just take a look, see what's in there. There's nice for run fillers. Not a lot of high grade stuff, but mid-grade, low-grade, etc., depending on what your personal choices are. And then behind him, he's got some short boxes of some not higher grade stuff, but some more higher cost books. But I had saw this book there originally when I was there about 2 weeks ago, and I was there for a while. But there was a couple books that I didn't want to grab then because I was kind of keeping to a little bit of a budget, and I had already had a stack of books and I had to go. But I said I'm going to go back and see if it's still there because it was a good price. And I actually had to look up because there is a first appearance here as well. This is pretty cool. This is probably after a press, maybe a 2.5, maybe a 3. I could be completely wrong because the cover I think is going to present really well. This is X-Men number 56. How cool is that? And this is, I'm going to read it off my phone, the classic cover art by Neil Adams. First appearance of the living monolith, formerly the living pharaoh, and origin of Angel. I think that's awesome. I don't have any early X-Men, and this was the only early X-Men he had. Everything else was, getting higher in the numbers. Not too high, or just kind of in that mid range. But this is very, very cool. So, and I would like to get it pressed. I mean, you can tell down there. I don't know if you can see it very well. I mean, press isn't going to take some of this stuff out, but I think with all that red, it would present really, really well, especially if I get it graded at some point. So it's a very cool pickup. So unboxings. I have 2 packages here. So it's not really an unboxing, like they're packages, but you know what I mean. So the first one is from a, and I've already kind of opened the package, so I'm not making too much noise on screen here. But the first one, I'm just going to grab my scissors. There's some tape. Oh, no, looks like pull tabs. Awesome. The first one is from an online auction through Facebook. So I'm in a few comic book related groups on Facebook, and one of them is just within Canada, and it's a reply auction. And these were all, it's an auction, but it's kind of like a first come first serve. So with this specific one, because you can set auctions and people can kind of bid up to a certain amount, or you can just go the high bid and you win the book right away. With this one, it was simply this guy was getting rid of a bunch of his books. There'll be a picture of it, and it's $2 a book, Canadian, and that's it. But the thing is that the shipping will be in segments. So like 1 to 4 books, like let's say randomly, like $7 shipping. 5 to 8 books, this amount, and so on and so on. So I wanted to make sure, once I noticed that there was a couple I like, that I'd like to get my hands on, that I went go the full max, go 4 books. It's only going to be $8 plus the $7 shipping. It's great. So bring them out here. I feel like these are mostly cover buys, probably some Maill U stuff. Try plants. But we shall see as I'm starting to remember here. Oh yes, actually. So there's one for a run that I'm doing. And sorry, I'm taking off some of this tape. And this is, I believe, a variant. Because I'm slowly just randomly putting together all of the issues of die. So this is die number 5. That is a variant cover. So I'm putting together the variants as well. I'm not working very hard at it. Like, I'm not looking to pay a bunch of money for any specific variants. Maybe down the line I will, but again, that's a really nice cover. Oh, the face here. The bear's cool, obviously, but that face. She don't look happy, but she's pretty. Let's see. This is Hickman's run of Avengers, Prelude to Infinity. This is number 14, and I know this is a Leinil Francis Yu cover. So when I first really got into comics, I'm new, not new to comics, but really getting into it probably about 5 years ago, 5 or 6 years ago. I was reading some of this Hickman run, and honestly at the time I was like, I don't even really know who, I was thinking, ooh, Jonathan Hickman, he seems pretty good. I really like what he did, and now I'm like, yeah, of course, Hickman is crazy good. But it was also when I was getting into Leinil Francis Yu, so that helped as well. Here is the next issue, number 15, and that is some fantastic cover. That cap's great. Obviously, Widow's great. This is Leinil Francis Yu as well. If you know his style, like, I can recognize it now right away when I see it. So I'm pretty happy to have that, especially for $2. And this, I'll probably have to rebag and board a couple of these because I don't like how those bags are looking. This is Infinity Avengers issue 22. Another Lineal U cover. And that's fantastic because, like, look how bright that looks right there. You know? Like, it's just popping off the screen. And obviously the light above is helping it a little bit, but still, like, look at that. Oh, yeah. Fantastic. Awesome Sentry in the background as well. So pretty happy with that. I kind of keep an eye on those auctions. This is the first one I've actually ended up getting any books, because most of them, it's an auction where, like, oh, I'll bet $2 and I'll bet $4 and up and up and up. But I like when they say just a $2 reply. I'm like, yep, I will keep an eye on that stuff. So, last package. This is obviously not going to be a very long video, which is fine because I get a little chatty in it. Might be a little noise as I try to pull this out here. Sorry. This is from a website here within Canada that I purchased a lot of books from. And this should have a book in here off my 2020 list, my want and goal list. And it's not going to be high grade, which is fine because I don't need high grade. But I don't think I don't expect it to be super low grade. He actually had 2 issues, and the price difference was $15 to $20 between them. And I took the higher one, and again, wasn't very high for what I expected to pay. So there's only 2 books in here. And because it's an unboxing, I have to take a little tape off here, so I apologize. Let's just do that right there. And that right there. So there is the first book I can see on top here, is a run filler for my Nova Volume 3, so I'm pretty happy to find that. I'm down to, I think going into this book, I needed about 4 books, and they're all variants to fill that Nova Volume 3 run, which is my favorite run. He doesn't have a lot of runs, Richard Rider, but of the 3 or 4 that he has, this is definitely the best one. So, let me just take that off. Oh, whatever. You can see I paid $5 for this book because I can't get the sticker off, and I'll re-bag and board it. This is Nova number 32, Realm of Kings. I believe this is a variant. This is Return of the Sphinx. It's a very cool cover. I don't know if that's a variant now that I'm thinking about it. I'll have to check the CLZ app instead of going through my box, but that gets me a little closer. I'm down to like three books for that run, so that's pretty awesome. And then the last off my 2020 list, oh yeah, look at that. That is great. All right. And actually, I don't need to worry about taking the stickers off because I'm going to take it out of the bag and board because I want to see what I bought. It needs a press. I don't really know too much about the off-white to white pages. I know it's not completely off-white, so I have to assume it would get white to off-white. I mean, a pressing could definitely help this out. And if I was to guess, I don't know what that middle. Okay. I'm going to say a 4 at best with a press. And I don't care. That's great. Transformers number 1. So that is on my 2020 want list. I never read any of the Transformer comics when I was young. I was a huge Transformers toy fan, I guess, collector, I guess. Not really collector, I mean, I just, whatever I asked for Christmas, that type of stuff. And I love the cartoon, so I've always kind of wanted to own this and own G.I. Joe number 1. G.I. Joe would have more memories for me because the only comics I remember reading as a kid were random G.I. Joe comics because I love the toys and cartoons so much that I would get my mom to buy me them at the grocery store, and it didn't matter what number they were. I was never going to be collecting, and I honestly have no idea where those comics would be, and they would be from when I was a kid. So that's pretty cool. I'm actually going to bring up. I did this up tonight. My 2021 list. I actually wrote it down. I obviously did the video, but I realized, I've seen a couple of videos where guys are crossing off. I'm like, yeah, why haven't I written them down? And there's a lot on here. Again, this is just when I was thinking about my 2021 list. It wasn't about getting it down to like a certain 10. It was just like, hey, you know what? What would like kind of help me focus on some books that I really want and kind of work my way down, because some of these are very easy to get. I could get some of these with, pretty quickly. It's just I'm not always ready to pull the trigger on all of them. So there's the list. You can see I've already crossed off 7 to Eternity and the Avengers 57, First Vision. I actually got those before I even made this list, but they were already on a piece of paper that I was planning on putting on a list, so I still put them on here. And I'm going to mark off Transformers #1. I will get that pressed and graded at some point. No rush on it, that Transformers #1, but still. So there we are. Take that one off the list. And I was hoping to have 3 unboxings on this video, because I found this other site and that I bought a book that I believe, or not believe, that it's on that list. I'm very, very interested to see the grade because it was very, very cheap. And it's not like eBay where there's extra pictures and stuff. So I took a chance. I bought 2 books off of it. I think I got like a book I needed off of Volume 1 of Nova as well. I was hoping to be in the mail by now. I had to message them, say, hey, what's going on? Because I had ordered it before these 2. Don't get me wrong, I ordered these all. I got all these within like a 2-day period of itself. But there was one thing I not forgot to do. I didn't really know to do it, but I wasn't really paying attention to the site as well. So they kind of worked it out. The nice part is that one of the guys who runs the site, and it's based out of Canada, is actually somebody I know off of some of the Facebook groups I deal with. So I feel a lot better now about who's handling the book. So I'm very interested because I may have paid a really, really good price for a book that I thought I was going to have to pay a high price for. So I'm interested to see what will happen. I should have it. They're going to ship it out tomorrow. It's only coming from Ontario, so should have it midweek. So yeah, I'm pretty excited about that. Trying to think if anybody has not, in regards to YouTube videos, if anybody has not watched any of the Boy Who Had 7 video this week, certainly do so. He's got a quick, like 13-14 minute video with a big grail on there. He's actually going to be, and he's probably on right now actually. Magic Lasso let me know that he's going to be on JP's channel tonight. Sorry, live. So I'm going to try to catch that here soon. And who else? Congratulations to Metarog for getting his 1,000 subscriber. He has a contest going on right now, just as an appreciation. So check that out. I've been catching up on a couple of Reggie Collects videos. A lot going on there, and I watched a very good video by Los, L-O-S. I heard he's kind of hard to find on YouTube. So if you haven't subbed any of these guys and you're having trouble finding their channels, go into just go into my channel and you can check. You can go, it'll say a couple different things, community and so on, and just look at my channels and you'll see them there and sub them up because they are better content than me, and they will educate you. So thank you very much. Again, I will show you the Transformers because that is awesome. Pretty happy about that, as you can tell.